Hello and welcome to North Wilkesboro Speedway, everyone. Tonight we're visiting the second to last race for the second season of the IROC Challenge.
Yep.
I called it the IROC Challenge. I just made that up. I don't even know why. It's the IROC series. I confused it with my Ferrari gig with the Ferrari Challenge, so I just totally made up a whole new series. But tonight, this is actually, you had to buy the track, so you really haven't even seen, have you seen any iRacing racing on this track yet?
Oh yeah. I've seen plenty. I mean, obviously the NASCAR, what was it called? The virtual NASCAR series that they ran to finish off that virtual season they ran here at North Wilkesboro. It was actually iRacing's way of premiering North Wilkesboro to the iRacing world, and that was certainly a really cool experience. But yeah, I mean, I've been by this track before. It does not look pretty from the outside, I can tell you that much. It's been abandoned for, well, not quite abandoned. I believe legally there has to be one caretaker because of the company that owns it, and it's so it's not completely abandoned. And obviously when iRacing did scan the track, they cleaned it up and got rid of all the weeds and things like that. So, you know, it's good to see North Wilkesboro finally kind of in the limelight again. But it's a very interesting track. Turns, the back stretch goes uphill while the front stretch goes downhill, and that's certainly, even though the two turns are technically identical, it actually makes them behave differently. And so as flat of a track as this is, going into turn 3 can be a tough challenge when you're carrying, you know, that much speed into it. You know, the fact that it is downhill definitely makes it more of a challenge than turn 1.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because I believe, what was the last Cup race? I believe Jeff Gordon won, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. He won the final one.
Okay, so
back at, I believe it was 96. Is that 96 or 98? It's one of those two.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've not gotten off to a good start. I believe I had it backwards. So turn 1, or the front stretch is downhill while the back stretch goes uphill. So if I had that mixed up, I apologize. So turn 1 is the one that I would consider to be the more dangerous of the two turns.
Jesse King getting off to not a good start. He already got into the wall on his qualifying lap. Jesse King, lives in Newton, Texas, driving that number 55 machine. Bring around turn 4. This is going to be a timed lap right here. Looks like Jesse King ran a 18.80 right now. Brandon Mefford's on the pole with an 18.43. See what Jesse King can pull off on this second lap here. We're off at turn 4, come across the start-finish line. Runs an 18.66, brings him up to third position for starting. And Kyle Stevens is out there right now. Actually, he just finished. Jarrett is coming around for his lap. Oh, gets a little loose there. He runs it. He gets up to second place, 18.59.
I was watching Neil Quick. He unfortunately took a spin coming off of turn 4 on his second lap, so he is currently 9th in the qualifying order.
And Brian McCann, your points leader heading into tonight's race, just threw down an 18.39 lap time.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, Harper gets it. You can hear the tire spin as they come off of that corner. And that looks like that's the end of his lap time. Chris Wally is out on the track right now. I know Wally had been talking in practice. He's looking for a lot of speed. So right now he just ran 18.80, and this time he ran an 18.82 for his second lap. That's got him in 10th position at the moment. Schofield coming across that start-finish line, running an 18.57, puts him up into third. Wow, great job, guys. And now Tyler Robbins out on the track in that number 35. Oh, looks a little loose coming off the corner, but keeps it going. Ran a 27.95 that first time by, but looks like it's kind of getting tight here. After turn 4, and his second lap's going to be a 19.57. And a quick update, Colt Cecil just ran his second lap. Threw down a 18.91, it looks like. Tyler Robinson is the last vehicle on the track. Improved his time to a... looks like it's the same. 19.57. I think iRacing's playing tricks on me, or my scoring board is. Well, Alan, here we go. North Wilkesboro. It's going to be exciting. Next week, I do want to let everybody know, next week we are off. But the following week, we will have the final race at Darlington. And I will, for the most part tonight, I will try to keep everybody up to date also with the Blue-Green Vacations duels at Daytona, because that is going on at the same time this is happening. So that's the to set the field for the Daytona 500. Which I think is going to be an exciting race. As these guys get lined up and ready to go. Brian McCann is your pole winner. I don't believe... Oh, it's under rain delay. Thank you, Nick. I had not. I just opened it in a different browser, so I hadn't seen what's going on there.
Get used to hearing that. You're going to hear a lot of rain in the southeast this weekend.
It's a bad time to go to the Daytona 500. Like last year.
Yeah, pretty much. Hopefully it's not another Texas situation from last season.
Well, hey, I live in Florida, and it's always raining. Well, I didn't think we had time to go through the grid because I didn't see the lights on it. I guess we could show the grid.
I don't know. You might be able to show it real quick, but this is one more pace lap, and we're going green.
Just let you guys look at that. Look at that beauty. Looks so nice.
So these guys have had a good run of going, caution.
Oh, don't say it.
I'm sorry. These guys have had a good run of going caution-free. It's two races in a row, right?
Yes.
So we'll see how long they can last in this one. Will it be another green flag run? Here we go.
Green flag is out. It's going to be difficult. So far, so good. As far as exactly what these guys are doing.
Yeah, and it's just all about showing patience, trying to get single file. You try to lay off that throttle all you can. You know, you don't want to get back on it too soon. It's really similar to Martinsville. So we do have a spin. It's a self-spin. We'll keep it going.
Oh, Pettigraph. Drops all the way to last place. Ooh. He is going to need a
Yeah,
caution.
tough way to start, but certainly a long night ahead of him. He can get back into it.
This is so far we're lap 5 and no caution yet. So let's take a look at Brandon Medford's in a second. We got a whole gang of his cars behind him. But really quick, I want to look at Colt Cecil. Right now, our biggest mover. He is up 5 positions since the drop of that green flag. And he is looking to work on Stony Benfield just in front of him. See that he's gained 5 positions right there next to his name, and now he's going to start working on Jesse King for 7th position. You see he's using a different line than everybody else here. He's using kind of like the upper groove, and he's just carrying that speed right through. And what a great run right there. Gets up just to the back bumper of Jesse King almost there off the 4.
Yeah, that's one thing that I have noticed coming into this race. This does seem like a track where it's not a technical track. There's not just one way to get around it. It looks like there's plenty of different grooves that you can take. You can start off high and come out of the track low, or you can do the exact opposite, or you can, you know, try to stay in one lane throughout the entire turn. It's definitely a very interesting track, and yeah, definitely excited. Now that I do own the track, can't wait to get out there and race on it.
I bought it when it first came out, but I haven't raced on it yet. To be honest, I've not. Since broadcasting, I don't know the last time I raced, to be honest. But I am going to run the Daytona 500, which you actually ran last night. Are you going to run another one?
Sunday is a possibility. I think I'm probably good. I mean, I finished 11th, which isn't too bad for a 35-car field.
Yeah.
So I think I'll probably be okay with that, but we'll see. We'll see. Tell you what, when you race that thing with the direct drive wheel, it is not forgiving, and you definitely feel like you've gotten a workout when you're done.
Well, and you're doing it in VR, so that was interesting. I was watching your stream on Discord, and wow, much harder than you'd think.
Oh yeah. I mean, you definitely, it's definitely tiring. I mean, on your eyes, on your arms, I mean, even your feet. You know, I run Club Sport V3 pedals, and man, even your legs get sore from doing that. Just, you know, keeping your right leg on that throttle, and you definitely get worn out after the end of the race. Impressive job by these guys so far, being able to keep the race clean. They're all pretty single file right now, staying off the wall. We've had a few taps, few love taps to the wall, but nothing serious so far. Just one self spin, and even, you know, Kyle Pendergraft, he was able to collect it and get going again. So nice job by these guys so far.
Our biggest mover, Colt Cecil, now has gained 6 positions since the start of this race. Our biggest loser, Pettigraph, of course, losing 8 positions, but really holding his own. Looks like he's about 15 seconds off of the leader. So I just can see the leader at the very top of the screen as he's coming through the corner. So Pettigraph's probably wishing for a caution, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, so far, I mean, we're 17 laps in, and with a self-spin, everybody is still on the lead lap. I honestly didn't expect that. I thought that we would see some, you know, some early race contact and maybe some some hits to the wall, and I honestly thought that somebody really would have been in trouble by now, but so far everybody's been able to keep their cars under control, as we do have a decent battle going on in the middle of the field right now.
Yeah, I saw these their names moving on the ticker really fast. I was like, okay, there's some action going on back here. And King's able to get around Kyle Steffens and clear him, and now Colt Ceaser's making his way on the outside lane as well. These guys are really making that outside lane work.
Yeah, definitely. And in my opinion, that middle lane will be better on tire wear throughout. I would think it's not always a guaranteed thing for all these tracks, but I would think that not having to turn your car as sharply is definitely going to pay off in the long run.
Looks like Ceaser's now trying to work on Jesse King. He's been working on him for quite a few laps at this point before they caught Steffens.
And I think one car that does seem to be in a little bit of trouble right now is Dakota Clark. He has fallen to dead last and really kind of struggling with it right now. We saw Pendergraft with that spin, but he's been able to pass him back. And Dakota Clark not too far from going a lap down, so he might be the first car to fall victim to leader Brian McCann.
But you'd rather have this happen sooner than later.
Right.
The sooner it happens, anything can happen. You can be right back on the lead lap in a matter of no time.
Yeah, I mean, you always hear it on TV. Cautions always bring out more cautions. And so, once that does happen, it can become a string of them. Who knows? If we have a caution, who knows? Maybe we can keep it, have another green flag run for this entire race. They've done a great job of keeping their cars clean. And that's what happens in a league. I mean, these guys get more and more comfortable with each other. They get to know each other better. And, you really don't want to, instead of some unknown person right in front of you that, you're not necessarily afraid to give a little love tap to bump out of the way. It might be somebody that you know. And so, you're less likely to cause issues. But sometimes you never know. You do have kind of rivals that happen during leagues, and you're more likely to bump somebody out of the way. So you just never truly know.
Yeah, that's... Oh, it's just the name of the game.
And unfortunately, Dakota Clark will be the first car to go a lap down. Yeah, he is really struggling with that car right now. I think might have worn out his tires a little quicker than everybody else. Yeah, he's struggling to get that car turning.
Again, I think at this point he's just trying to stay out of the way because he doesn't want to be the cause of an accident. Because I do believe that iRacing would automatically void his lap back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, if you're involved in contact that results in a caution, even if it's a chain reaction, I mean, I've had that happen to me where there's just a little bit of contact, and then the other car that was involved, might tap the wall, and then he comes down and causes a big mess. That can cause you, if you're in the lucky dog position, to lose that because you were involved with the contact. It doesn't matter whether you caused it or not. iRacing will discredit you from that lucky dog position. It can be very frustrating at times.
Yeah, it really can. It's very difficult to. You just never know the way it's going to fall in iRacing, and when somebody's doing race control, there's not a lot they have control. I mean, there's quite a bit they have control of, but those situations are kind of, iRacing handles it basically.
Yeah, I mean, there's some judgment calls that you can make. I mean, I'm in that position with this league, running race control, and so, that's certainly an easier said than done position, because I'm having to go around and really look at these cars, make sure that everybody's, in line, that they're doing okay, nobody's spinning the car. And even if they do spin the car, do I throw the caution or not? So
right.
It's not always an easy decision. And There was one caution at Richmond that I honestly knew that I called it too late, but it met the protocol that we, decided at the start of the season for whether a caution comes out or not. And so, you kind of have to say, okay, well, even though these cars got straightened out, it still happened, therefore I need to throw it out. So that was one that, a little behind the scenes at what goes on with race control. But yeah, I mean, with the lucky dog position, I'm not in position to credit those or discredit them. That is something that iRacing does decide at the end of the day. And had a very close call between Kyle Steffens and Tyler Robbins. Almost made contact coming off of turn 2, but luckily was able to keep that from happening. But yeah, I think Tyler Robbins might be struggling a little bit, and yeah, I think Colt Cecil might be as well. These tires are starting to give way.
Colt Cecil was really hauling the mail there earlier on, so I wouldn't be surprised. We're on lap 37 of 150. As we were just ticking those off. Let's go check in with. Now it looks like Tyler Robbins has fallen all the way back, and now is a lap down as well. And the last person we left is Kyle Pettigraff. He's still chugging along, trying to stay on that lead lap. Oh, no, he is a lap. Is he a lap down?
Who are you wondering about?
Pettigraff.
Yes, he is. He is a lap down, as well as Mike Harper, Tyler Robbins, and Dakota Clark, the 4 cars that are a lap down thus far. The next one that is in danger of that lap is Matthew Kopp.
In that number 84. But, I mean, hats off to these guys. 2 races in a row, no cautions. And now, so far here tonight, we're approaching lap 50 already, in just 9 laps.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a short track that definitely really naturally brings out cautions. At a track like Bristol, where there's a ton of banking, it's very easy to grip the track. At this place, it's kind of, I mean, it's really as flat as New Hampshire. I mean, it's so easy to overshoot a turn, and it just really just brings the rear end of your car around. And as we saw, I don't know if you had it there, Tim, but Neil Quick almost lost it coming off of 2. Luckily, he was able to keep it from spinning, but that's
Stony Binfield crash. Let's take a look at that really quick. Not sure what happened here. Oh, gets around there. There's what you were just talking about. Saves it though. Great job. Keeps it green. And really no damage, so he's good to go.
Yeah, did a great job of recovering that car. You never know. I mean, there's quite a bit of infield space. It's not, the fence isn't right along the wall, but at the same time, it's enough to where if you're not careful, if you don't think quick, and you keep, your foot on the throttle as we have a spin.
Oh, Jesse King. And just like that, our first caution in 3 weeks.
It was a good run.
Jesse King brings out that. Let's go back and take a look. Right here. Let's go. On the outside of Colt Cecil, let's see if he had any help.
Yeah, you're going to see Cecil. Cecil got there was some net code, but yeah, Cecil just kind of kept coming up and really just nothing really that King could do. Cecil, I think, got a little bit loose and just kind of kept going up the track, and unfortunately, that's what happens.
But great job by everybody else missing that whole situation. Looks like Jesse King is he staying out.
No, I think because he's lapped, he's having to wait another lap to come into pit.
I see both of those guys are. So far, it's been the Brian McCann show. No surprise there. Oh, that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring in Petagraph so he can talk about Loud Pedal Gaming really quick. Hey, Kyle, it's Tim and Al in the booth. You got a copy?
Got you loud and clear.
Hey, man, so tonight, Al and I just discovered who was in charge of Loud Pedal Gaming. We've just seen a name, but we never knew who. So, wanted to bring you down here to just tell all the viewers about what Loud Pedal Gaming is.
Loud Pedal Gaming is a Facebook-based streaming. Basically, it's where I try to get as much content out as I can. I have recently started going and doing a little bit of streaming on YouTube as well. Basically, I'm based mainly on iRacing. I started to do a little bit of Grand Theft Auto roleplay servers. So that's really the gist of what Loud Pedal Gaming is all about right now.
Now, is there specific days you stream or anything?
I had a set schedule where it was I believe it was Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and every other Sunday I would stream. I've been laid off of work, so I've actually been streaming basically every day now.
Gotcha. So your Facebook page is, I suppose, I would imagine it's Loud Pedal Gaming.
That would be correct.
Okay, great. So make sure you guys check him out. They're about to go back green. Good luck, Kyle.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
And we are back green. That was Kyle Petagraph with Loud Pedal Gaming, one of the sponsors of the series. Brings this great action to you guys week in and week out. Wow, things up front really got tight. Tim Schofield stayed out and he was up front. Oh, Dakota Clark just went off the track. Let's see what happened back here.
Yeah, just all by himself. I think, yeah, I don't think he touched the wall there. It was close.
Good save. Back up front here, Tim Schofield sitting in 5th position. And a big battle back here with Neil Quick. Short. Well, he's got Kyle Steffens trying to go to the outside of him. And that, just like that, Quick is around, but we are still green. We were on him as that happened. We'll take another look at that. Down on the inside of Vincent Short, and they just thought they might touch him, and right there they do. All by himself. Touches the inside wall. I don't think there's too much damage. Backs it up and gets it back going.
His car looks okay. I'm kind of surprised. I thought after that contact there'd be a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, it looks fine.
Lap 57 of 150. Brian McCann is your leader. Brandon Mefford right behind him. With Jarrett Wiedner right behind him. And NASCAR was still under a rain delay. Don't know yet. Whoa. Kyle came really close to the wall. That was Kevin McCann. I'm sorry. Some of these colors on these cars kind of look the same, so I get confused. And Kyle Steffens just passed. Oh, big battle here. Ooh, Vincent was pushing up the track. But Mike is staying off of him. The outside is Jesse King along with Kyle Steffens. And you can see Colt Cecil just up ahead of them. What a fantastic run so far for these guys. We're almost halfway through this race. Huge battle between these two. And they're trying to give each other as much room as possible with as little room that they have. Since we're doing so well, I think we're going to do a crank it up, Alan. So we will be right back after this. We're going to do a crank it up 10-4 style. Oh, am I missing? Oh, no, I'm missing my...
Or not.
Yeah, or not. My cameras are different. Oh. Well, I was able to use them last night. Oh, here we go. I got it. All right. We're going to crank it up 10-4 style. Back. That was actually a lot of fun. I ended up yesterday I was able to use like a rotation thing, but tonight it didn't work, so I had to do all the camera work myself.
Yeah, there were some good battles going on. Chris Wally and Neil Quick were having a good go of things, and I think Wally finally just said, "Okay, you can take it." But and actually he's up in the wall. That's the broadcaster's jinx right there, is talking about him, and 2 seconds later he's up in the wall.
Oh, and now it looks like his car is kind of pushing really hard.
Actually, Colt Cecil just hit the wall pretty good too, so a lot of cars starting to struggle. We saw that at around this time in the first run before that caution. I believe it was Mike Harper got real loose a couple laps ago and nailed the inside wall pretty good. He was able to keep it going, but definitely lost a lot of track position because of that, and I'm sure his car is not turning the same now.
These guys are cranking them out. I'm not sure when, if we may have things like pit stops. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I'm not sure how far these guys can go on a tank of gas. One thing I did not find out. And right now it looks like the top 10 on that Chris Wally could be the next victim to go that down. Brian McCann is very close to him. And Alan, I do want to say that Chris Wally, who has really put this thing together, has come to us and well, I don't know if he said we can announce it. I guess I'll have to wait now because there's a new series coming along now as we see him go a lap down. He after hitting that wall, but he has gained position since he's on the green flag, so that is a plus. And if anything would have happened, his first car to get back onto the lead lap. And look at Medford trying to get around this lap traffic as well. Wow. And now Wally's just trying to stay out of the way. It gets difficult when you're the lap car trying to stay out of the way.
No, definitely, definitely. I mean, especially when so many different lanes are being taken up and people have different racing lines, and yeah, it's much easier said than done to get out of the way for lap traffic.
Fantastic job by these guys getting out of the way for these leaders while still dealing with their own battles. Oh, Tim Schofield is on pit road. He is the first car to make green flag pit stops tonight. Lap 83 of 150. Oh, quite a few guys have not been in pit road.
And that was actually Tim Schofield's first pit of the night. Oh, we've got a car. Oh, my goodness.
I can't figure out who that was. Oh, that was Stoney Benfield. Okay. I'm sitting here trying to... Oh, man, a lot of damage there. We're going to definitely go back and take a look at this.
So this was an interesting one because Benfield was struggling before that wreck actually happened. He was going into turn 3, it looks like, and got real loose, made contact there. Was able to get it going again, but I think he spins again, getting back on the throttle. He's stuck there, and somebody is just going to come and absolutely nail him. And yeah, he was trying to get out of the way, and yeah, just nowhere for him to go. That's Dakota Clark. Very, very unfortunate.
Dakota Clark's car is demolished. I want to see if we can't ride on board with Dakota Clark. So you see, it's very difficult to kind of see. Dakota Clark's coming off this corner, and all of a sudden, oh gosh.
Yeah, you can't blame him one bit because the first thing that he sees is Benfield moving up the track. And so his first instinct is to move down, and unfortunately, by then it's just too late, and you're at the mercy of where that car goes, and unfortunately, Benfield went back down.
First slow-mo here. Oh, you just... Boom. Oh, gosh. Just totally destroys both of those cars. But you see Dakota Clark is sitting on pit road right now after that incident. Wow. And Colt Cecil, coming down pit road right now as I say it. He was the leader. I believe they could go the rest of the way from here because a lot of the guys cycled through pits. But Brandon Mefford and Jarrett only took. So they're only pit stops for about 5 seconds apiece.
And don't know if you can tell or not, but Stoney Benfield did take his fast repair.
Oh, they did have a fast repair.
Yeah, they definitely did because his car looks awfully good for for a car that just got absolutely clobbered a couple of laps ago.
I wonder if Cecil or Dakota Clark accidentally already used it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know he got in trouble earlier. No, he's good. He used his.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yep, he's back on track. Oh, weird. Yep, right back to green. These cautions are quick.
Neil Quick is your leader. And Mefford on the inside of him, and Brian McKinnon in the outside lane.
Got some. Had one car with an issue. We're close to 3 wide up here. Oh my goodness.
150 here tonight.
Yeah, it goes by quick. This is a.
Yeah, when you get these green flags, it just rolls. Especially when you have a good group of guys like this. And this is a testament to these guys improving every single weekend. Because at the beginning of the season, we did, I think it was Lucas Oil's. I almost said Stadium. Lucas Oil. And it was quite messy. And now you can see Brian McKinnon diving to the inside to try to get around real quick.
Yeah, I tell you, I think a lot of these guys, they understand Brian McCann is obviously the car to beat. If they can't get by him now, they're not going to be able to later in the run. They need to get as much position on him as they can. I think that's why you're seeing so many of these guys being very aggressive off the restarts as we have a car going around.
Kevin McCann. And we stay green. Everybody's still rolling along. Single car spin. We'll go back and take a look at that. He just lost it there, but looks like we had another crash. Tyler Robinson.
Yeah, all by himself there.
Oh, that inside wall.
Oh, Widener in trouble right now, real loose in the turn. He's able to keep it going though.
Come back live. We were stuck in replay mode. McCann is still your race leader. Fantastic job by these guys. And especially the rest of the field, you know, missing those guys with their spin is not an easy task.
No, not by any means.
And Kevin McCann on the track says he's about a half a lap behind his brother, who is the leader right now. Chris Wally just in front of him. That's good. Just 7. Vincent Short sitting in 6th place. He's getting 6 spots since the start of this race. Brennan Mefford back there in 5th. 4th, doing 6 spots since the start of the drop of the green flag. Gosh, I'll get it out, Alan. Colt Cecil, our biggest gainer on the race, 11 positions since the start of this race.
I'll tell you what, look at Kyle Steffens in 2nd place, really putting up a challenge for Brian McCann. He's battling him for the lead.
This is the first challenge we've had all night.
Yeah, now Steffens' issue is going to be in the long run because he is definitely, I mean, you see how fast he's going into these turns. It almost clips the wall there. That is going to be really, really rough on his tires as this run continues. But for now, he is trying to put as much pressure on McCann as he can, hoping that he makes a mistake. Yeah, look how hard he is going into those turns. That is, and he gets loose.
Saves it.
Somehow.
Wow.
But you see the amount of time that he did lose in the process, so that's unfortunate for him. And while we were watching that, Tyler Robbins got in trouble with the inside wall again. He is currently down pit road getting damage repaired.
Couldn't see him because his name was grayed out. And he is unfortunately in last position right now. We see the challenge Kyle right now. Let's take a look. He's back there a little bit, but he can come back through. Run for him tonight. Just behind him, real quick. Just in front of Tim Schofield. I realize I've been saying that wrong the whole season. I'm saying Schofield.
Is it not Schofield?
Wait, I thought you just said Schofield.
I've been saying Schofield all season.
I don't
know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
You've been saying Schofield all season.
You don't want to listen to me pronunciations. We'll get that out of the way right now. Let's do a quick check-in with NASCAR. They're still on commercial. Oh, it says weather delay. So yep. We're watching the making of Days of Thunder right now. So. It's going to be a late one in Daytona. It's already 9:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Savings Time, sorry. It is not raining here. I'm about an hour and a half south of Daytona Beach. Oh, Stony Bidfield has crashed. Let's see what happened here. Going through this corner.
All by himself.
Oh, that same spot that he had problems in before. Great job, though. Locks it up. Stays out of the way of other drivers. You can't say enough about the guys who, do that. And this is an unusual turn of events. Seeing Kevin McCann struggling right now in Wilkesboro. Sitting in 10th position right now.
And Neil Quick announcing that there's debris everywhere on the track. He thinks somebody wants a caution.
Give each other as much room as possible, but also taking this position. The other person right now, Kyle Steffens is gaining the time back that he lost. He got loose trying to get around McCann. And I think lap traffic may help him a little bit here.
Oh, Widener struggling off of on the front stretch now in turn 1. He's able to keep it going, but did make contact with the inside wall.
Looks like he's going to come down pit road. Locks him up.
Oh, Kyle Steffens in the middle of the turn. He's able to get to the grass.
Oh, man. Second place car.
He's getting it going again.
We'll go back and take a look at that.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. We saw how hard he was going into the turns. It was paying off in the short. It was paying off in the short run, but then, he spins again right here, and that's where he ended up getting stuck for a little bit. But yeah, I mean that's what happens. He was going really hard into the turns, which was paying off in the short run. But as the long run goes on, it hurts you more and more because those tires will wear out quickly.
I almost accidentally said that Cole Cecil was going around the leader, but that was the number 4, not the number 1. Cole Cecil having a race in his life right now. Such a good job. Really using that high line coming through. Lap 124 of 150 here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. I want to, of course, give a huge shout out to Loud Pedal Gaming, Hydrotech PC, and R&R Racewear for bringing you guys this broadcast every week. It's been a great season. I'm sad to see that it's over and, well, one more race, Alan, but it's Darlington. Darlington should be a lot of fun in these cars.
Yeah, Darlington is always, I mean, that's a favorite for me being a South Carolinian, but yeah, it's always a challenge. I mean, you've got so many different things you have to consider when going around that track. In a way, it kind of is a technical track because, you know how to get around it, but it's easier said than done because if you get on the throttle just a little bit too soon, you end up nailing the wall coming off the tube, and it's just such an unforgiving track. Your tires are just, within a few laps, they're just non-existent. They don't have grip anymore, and you're just sliding all over the place. So it's a lot of fun to race and very interesting to watch.
I believe, I'm not sure, did you do the broadcast for their Darlington previously? I think they did a throwback there. Okay. Who won that one? Was it Brian McCann?
Oh, we've got a crash.
Oh, Neil Quick. Oh, big crash. Go back and take a look at that. Looks like it started with Neil Quick coming down the backstretch, heading into turn 3 and 4. Oh, just gets into the back of Vincent Short, sends him around. Oh, and it looked like, was that Mefford? It did not. Yeah, we'll go back and right on board.
think that Quick, it started off as an innocent. It started off kind of innocent enough, but the issue was that Quick definitely was going up the track when they made contact. So that leads me to believe that that he definitely was going a little bit too hot into that turn and just couldn't quite stay down there in the lane.
Now we're on lap 131 out of 150. It's going to be a if Colt Cecil. You know what? Let's see if we can't talk to Colt Cecil. Let's see if he's in here. He is not. Okay. I want to talk to Colt Cecil and see, you know, how he's feeling on this restart here. It looks like we'll come back green with maybe 15 or 16 to go.
Over or under on the amount of cautions we'll have for the rest of this race?
Yes.
My over or under will be, I'm going to say, I'm going to go with 2.5.
Come around and the pace lights are off. Green flag goes out. Great restart for Brian McCann there. Quite the battle, though. Kyle Steffens back up there. Back in the second place where he was before he spun. And now he's got his eyes set on that leader. 15 laps to go. Go to that outside. I believe he got tires on that. Oh, wow. Crosses over, gets to the inside of Brian McCann, side by side. Brian McCann can't hang with him. Steffens is driving his hard. Oh, they got the touch. Pushing him up the track a little bit. Gets in front of him, clears Brian McCann. Brian McCann is not going to let it happened that easy. Wow. Now your new leader. For the first time tonight, Kyle Steffens driving away with it.
Yeah, now here's the question. Will he be able to hang on to it? Brian McCann, he's very calculated. You know, he is not giving it his all right now. As we had a car that just nailed the inside wall.
And Jesse King just passed Colt Cecil for third place. Seems like he is still driving away with this one. Laps to go this time by.
We actually just had an incident
Oh, yep, I see
Neil
that.
Quick was involved. There was one more.
We'll go back and take a look at his pedigraph. Outside here. Oh, that goes bad. Green flag stays out. Oh, they almost had another incident. Back to the live action here. Kyle Steffen still out front with about almost a 2-second lead over Brian McCann. What a turn of events after that last caution. Wow. I'm trying to figure out if he actually did get kicked during that last caution. I believe he did. Oh, wow, getting really close to that wall. He just needs to hang on for 4 more laps.
Yeah, and he did pit on lap 130. Brian McCann's last pit was on lap 85. So yeah, the top 5 cars really have a big advantage.
Doesn't have a Vincent short. Yellow flag is out. Oh, and he comes back up into the track. Oh, yeah, that's dangerous. Really nowhere to go for Vincent Short there. That is not what Kyle Steffens wanted to see. Wow, so what do you think the strategy is now?
I couldn't tell you. The big question for me is, do you think Brian McCann should come in and get tires? I don't think that he will have enough to get back up there, but he has nothing but fresh tires all around him. So
Right.
why not come in and get those fresh tires? I don't know. We might see that.
That would be interesting.
I don't think he is though. I think he would have come down just then.
This is going to be a very interesting restart. And I believe this is going to be the first remote check. Because we are on lap 150 right now, so this will be our first green white checkered. I don't know the last time we had a green white checkered.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks. It wasn't too long ago, but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting finish here. No question about that. Yeah, to be honest with you, I know there's only 2 laps left, but I'm a little surprised that Brian McCann didn't come down to get new tires, because there's only, let's see, there's currently 9 cars on the lead lap. So he would have started in row 5, and he would have needed another caution, no question about that. And but if he had gotten one, I think he would have been in pretty good shape. So a little bit of a surprising move there, in my opinion. But he's certainly not out of it yet.
Oh, this is going to be white restart. Down the back stretch, back 3 and 4.
right, here we go.
Jesse King is there. The air for a lot of guys. 2 laps to go.
Oh, we've got some. Okay, everything's okay so far. Yeah, I was gonna say, he had a car definitely dive down.
What is Kevin McCann gonna do? He's gonna try to drive it in there. Doesn't stick. He's very loose. Kyle gets a great run off the corner, down the back stretch.
Oh,
he's there.
Oh no!
He touches him. He gets into the back of him.
Oh my goodness!
No, Brian McCann is gonna win this race off of the bump. Jesse King was right there. I don't know how people are gonna feel about this one.
Yeah. Wow.
Oof. Oh boy. We have got to go back and watch that last lap. This is the white flag right here. And you can see. Wait, why did that just happen? And he just gets right into the back of his corner panel right there and just. I thought maybe Brian would have let off and let someone else go, but not the case. A win's a win. What a race. What a race. Here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, let's take a look at the race results. So Brian McCann is your winner. Jesse King second. And look at that. Chris Wally in third. Where did he come from? I didn't even realize. Wow. What is your take on that last lap, Alan?
It's tough because. So here's the thing. First of all, Brian, all credit in the world to him. He instantly said in the in-game chat to give Kyle the win. So he certainly feels bad about it. So I'm looking at the replay right now. The one, so no question that McCann, he's definitely kind of stayed on the throttle there, but at the same time, Steffens did slip up just a little bit. And I mean, we know Brian McCann is not a rough driver. I mean, he's not reckless. He certainly has enough wins to go by. He's certainly not going to do that out of desperation. I think that it was a racing incident. I just don't know that. I don't know. If I were Steffens, I would be upset as well. But at the same time, if I'm Brian McCann, I don't know. It's a tough one. It is a very tough call.
Wow. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring actually. Okay, yeah. So, are you able to go find out if that's what is happening?
Yes, let's go.
So as Alan finds that out, what a wild finish to that race. Fantastic job by everybody. We are waiting confirmation as to who officially is going to be counted the winner, because McCann wants to give that up. And that's a very gentleman thing to do. So we are sorting through that. Well, this has never happened before. It's a first. I didn't think we'd ever have a situation like this. But what it just shows, the amount of respect that these guys have for each other week in and week out. I never thought I'd have to wait to hear, you know, for something like this to come forth. I suppose we could go ahead and interview Chris Wally. Well, it looks like they're all talking down there. So, oh, Alan went down there. I'm by myself. But we had a wild finish here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Unofficially, Brian McCann is your winner, but we're just waiting for word as to how they're going to handle that. Okay, so looks like we're going to go with it. So we're going to go ahead and bring Chris Wally in here. Chris, what a I didn't even know you finished in third. I look at those race results, and there you are. After the tough race that you had, I know you discussed before practice or during practice that you needed to find more speed. Did you find more speed, or did luck run your way today?
Yeah, I think luck really ran my way. I told you pre-race that if I could stay out of trouble, that I felt like I could at least be there at the end. I'm a much better racer than I am finding that top speed. But even tonight was tough. I went a lap down at one point, had some strategy there, letting Neil Quick get by me. Um, you know, we were in the last spot to figure out, who's going to get lapped first, and he's going to be faster than I am. So I let him get by me and gain some more ground against Brian and got a caution, luckily. And then I held on to a set of tires and was able to use that late. And so that just kind of helped me hold on to my spot. And then Colt Cecil, he told me right there at the end that he was defending me a little bit. I know he was on some old tires, so I'm glad he didn't try to race me too hard there at the end.
Yeah, what a wild finish to the end of that race. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words because I know we were trying to figure out, the official who's officially the winner and everything like that. But Brian McCann pulls it off again.
It's tough. It's one of those deals where you hate to see that for a guy. But looking at it, I don't feel like Brian meant to do that. We've seen him race clean all year long. And I know he felt awful about it. But, realistically, last turn, last lap, if you do get a bumper, it's kind of expected there for the win. Because everybody, if you're not going for the win, then what are you doing? And so it's one of those deals. I said it to him earlier. You kind of reap what you sow, kind of deal. So if Kyle can get to him next week, then or in 2 weeks for the finale, then maybe. But we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Well, I think next week we have the week off, and then we head to Darlington. How do you feel about Darlington?
That one's gonna be tough, man. We ran that race earlier for the All-Star event. I didn't do terribly well, so this will probably be the highlight of the end of my season right here, finishing third, getting to talk to you all again. But this has been a fun season. Looking forward to that finale race. If I can stay out of trouble and we get some cautions, then maybe. But this is probably the highlight right here for me.
Well, I do want to give you the opportunity. I almost talked about it during the race, but I didn't ask you beforehand. Did you want to talk about the new league?
Yeah, so let me touch on both if I've got a minute.
Of course.
So, we've got season 3 of this current league. It'll start up in May, but the top 15 in points will be locked into that. The rest of the crew will have to run the mini series that we've got starting up in March. So we've got 2 mini seasons, each of them 5 races each. $10 entry on that, real cheap there. Top 5 of those mini seasons then qualify into the big league that'll start in May. So definitely jump on board with that if interested. Send me a message, look up our Facebook. But the new series that's being spoke of, we are going dirt racing. So that'll be starting up in March as well. March 8th will be the first race there. Currently looking for some good, clean dirt drivers to do that. It'll be season 1 of the iRacing IROC Dirt Series, starting off with the big block modifieds and continuing season after season with a new vehicle as we do now.
Well, I'm really excited for everything that's going on in the IROC series. And, thank you for everything that you do, putting all these things together, and really just makes it exciting. I mean, I've had a ton of fun doing this series, and I look forward to season 3 with the IROC series and the trucks, and then, of course, the dirt series. And maybe everybody will see me make an appearance in season 3 because I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to see if I can hang with you guys.
Absolutely. Hey, we need that onboard broadcast right there. Yeah. Real quick before I run, I want to give a big thanks to the guys that helped this thing go. Kyle Pendergraft's been a huge help as an admin on this deal. Neil Quick with R&R Racewear. They've been giving out gear to the race winner every single week, so I know that adds up for those guys. That's a huge help. Colt Cecil with Hydrotech PC. I know he's trying to get his business going with that deal, and he's already been doing great. He's got some sim rigs that he's developing right now in case anybody is interested. They need to get in contact with them. Kyle Pendergraft has Loud Pedal Gaming. Check him out. And then obviously, we've got the new sponsor for season 3 with Spartan Logistics, Mr. Brian Reek himself.
Yep.
And he's kind of the man heading up the dirt series. And he's putting a lot of things together. He's already got us in place with iWraps to do the paints, with Rocket to do the setups. And, as always, 10-4 Broadcasting. We can't thank y'all enough for everything y'all do. This thing's turned out great this year, and looking forward to doing a lot more.
Well, we thank you for bringing us on board, Chris. And, once again, thank you for all that you do. And we'll see you next week at Darlington. Or, well, not next week. Week after at Darlington.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. You have a good night.
You too. Thanks. Wow, so much fun stuff coming up, Alan. I can't wait. I'll be, as he said, I'll be your in-race reporter.
Yeah, well, hopefully nothing that you say has to be censored, but we'll see how it goes.
Just don't wreck me. That's all. All right, we're gonna talk to second place finisher Jesse B. King. Jesse, what a wild night coming home second place here at North Wilkesboro. Walk us through how your night went.
The sketchy qualify.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of fun. There was a few things that I wasn't happy with, obviously. What Cecil got into me, but I know it wasn't malicious or anything like that. But really, the whole deal was passing and saving tires was the biggest deal. I felt once I got in the groove and got back on the lead lap, I knew I could hang with these guys. So it's definitely to have a good showing after the way the night started.
Yeah, and finishing second after everything that did go on, what a great run. I know you've been up front, but you haven't been able to close due to other circumstances in these other races. But finally tonight, get a podium finish. Nick is always out here cheering you on in the chat. But just all around great night. And in 2 weeks, we go to Darlington. How do you feel about Darlington?
I feel really good about it. We had a really good showing last time we were there. I felt like had not that last caution come out, I think that I would have had it sewed up during the throwback race. So I'm pretty confident going in there and hope we can pull it out.
Well, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, my buddy Nick for always watching, man. We definitely appreciate it, and I'll holler at you later. you guys up in the booth, man, y'all do a real good job with everything. Keep it up. All the other sponsors that we got, shoot, I can't even remember them all right now. Kind of excited about a P2, but we'll definitely plan on seeing y'all in 2 weeks.
Well, we look forward to seeing you too. Have a great off week. You have lots of time to practice and get ready. But congratulations again tonight, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one.
And that was Jesse King finishing in second place. I knew he was coming. He's been so close for so long, and he finally here tonight gets second place at North Wilkesboro. Probably one of the hardest tracks that the series has gone to, really. But now, the man of the hour, win number 8. From now on, Brian, I've decided your name is Tom Brady. I'm not going to.
Can we not? Come on, too soon. Can we not talk about Tom Brady?
But tonight, what a wild, some really long green flag runs, and then walk us through that last lap.
Yeah, I hate it for Kyle. It definitely was not intentional. I wasn't even thinking about racing Kyle. He was on new tires. I was on old tires. I was really trying to hold Jesse off behind me, and I was successful of that. And when we went into turn 3, I was basically looking in my mirror to see if Jesse was, going to dive by me in. And I went into turn 3, and everything felt good. I was under control of my car and everything. And I look up, and Kyle, I don't know what happened, but he was awfully slow going into 3 and 4 there. I don't know if he was nervous or what, but it was just too quick. I couldn't not hit him, and I feel bad for it. I know he was very excited to potentially win that race there, and I just feel bad about it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it does happen. And, we all know that you are not that kind of driver to just blatantly, take somebody out. Because if that was the case, you would have taken your brother out quite a few times.
No, I would hit my brother, yeah.
But it's the last lap, and it's just so you want to make it a good finish, and that's what you were trying to do. So it is what it is, and I believe win number 4 probably locked up the championship for you, but I think this officially locks it up. I don't think your brother can gain any more ground.
I think at this point you should be asking for your points to carry over to next season, but that's just me.
But 2 weeks, Darlington. How do you feel How do you feel about that?
I love Darlington. Yeah, that's probably my favorite track.
Oh well, I guess I know. Well, Alan did say he was picking you for the next 2 weeks. So far he's at 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jesse's real good at Darlington. He almost won last time, I believe. And Neil Quick is good at Darlington. I remember.
Yeah, both of those guys have been really quick to getting that win too. So we'll see how that goes. You got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, my wife. Everybody that we race with. Kyle, I hate that happened on last lap. Our sponsors, you guys broadcasting.
Well, of course, thank you guys for having us. We really enjoy it. Again, congratulations on the win tonight. Win number 8 on the season. I think we should have a record book, and they just say Brian McCann the whole way down. I'm pretty sure. But congratulations, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Darlington.
All right, see ya.
Well, Alan, there you have it. Another race in the books. I really can't believe we've done this whole season, and we're coming down to the final race. What do you think the keys are going to be at Darlington to dethrone Brian McCann?
Pray. Nah, you just it's all about, like we said earlier, Darlington is such a technical track. There's basically one way of getting through, getting around it, and whoever's the most efficient at it is gonna be the winner. And so, you can't be too aggressive, and at the same time you just have to stay focused, because as soon as you just lose a little bit of focus, you're nailing that wall. Your car's never the same after that. And so it's just all about keeping the car clean, being easy on the tires, and just being as easy as you can be with that car.
Well, I believe that's all we have for tonight, Alan. You got anything else?
No, I'm good. Just mad at you for mentioning Tom Brady. Can't get away from Tom Brady being a lifelong Kansas City Chiefs fan. We've got our Super Bowl. Yeah. Too soon, man. Too soon.
Too soon.
We've got our we've got our Super Bowl from last year, so I'm still okay with that.
Hey,
but
at least you have a Super Bowl win in the past 10 years. I got to go all the way back to
it's true.
2006. So I'm still riding on that one.
Yeah. Well, before that, Kansas City, it was 50 years between Super Bowls, so it definitely could be worse.
I was alive.
Yeah.
But, from everybody here at 10-4 Broadcast, you want to thank you guys for tuning in. We will not be racing next week on Thursday night. It'll be in 2 weeks, and they'll be at Darlington for the final race of the season. The end of Season 2 will be concluding with Brian McCann, your leader in points, and most likely your championship winner. But until